It's a political world, and you're in it. Meow, baby. Hello, this is Fast Cat XXX with some catnip. Mr. President Joseph Robinette Biden, it is time for you to step forward in front of cameras, in front of the entire world, and confess you are a fraud. Not just with the recent election that falsely put you in the Oval Office, but about everything you have done your entire life. And in doing so, you have destroyed your whole goddamn family. Look at your sons, what you've done. That's a pretty picture, isn't it? Stand in front of cameras and confess that you are a liar. Raise your hands to heaven, open your heart if you have one, and confess. Testify the way we would in church, but testify to the entire country that you are a fraud. You are a liar.
I think I probably have a much higher IQ than you do, I suspect. I went to law school on a full academic scholarship, the only one in my class. In fact, ended up in the top half of my class. I was the outstanding student in the political science department at the end of my year. I graduated with 3 degrees. When I marched in the civil rights movement, I did not march with a 12-point program. I marched with tens of thousands of others to change attitudes. And we changed attitudes. And I started thinking as I was coming over here, why is it that Joe Biden is the first in his family ever to go to a university?
Why am I the first Kinnick in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university?
Why is it that my wife, who's sitting out there in the audience, is the first in her family to ever go to college?
Why is Glenys the first woman in her family in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university?
No, it's not because they weren't as smart. It's not because they didn't work as hard. It's because they didn't have a platform upon which to stand.
Does anybody really think that they didn't get what we had because they didn't have the talent or the strength or the endurance or the commitment? Of course not. It was because there was no platform upon which they could stand.
But this standard is not a measure of how we can evaluate the condition of our society. It cannot measure the health of our children, the quality of our education, the joy of their play.
Yet the gross national product does not allow for the health of our children, the quality of their education, or the joy of their play.
Let us pledge that our generation of Americans will pay any price, bear any burden, accept any challenge, and meet any hardship to secure the blessings of prosperity and the promise of opportunity for our children.
We shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe to assure the survival and the success of liberty.
He got shot down in New Guinea, and they never found the body because there used to be a lot of cannibals for real in that part of New Guinea.
You've lied about every damn thing. Your education, your elections, everything. You are a liar. You've fooled a lot of people. You have. You've done that. And you've done that quite successfully. And now you are a multimillionaire by the frauds that you've committed. So stand in front of the cameras and confess that you lied about your education. Okay, you lied about that. And confess being indecent. You are an indecent person. Why are you so touchy and feely with kids, especially little girls?
Oh no, he's done it again.
Now, the very important thing I told my daughter and granddaughters, no serious guys till you're 30.
Okay. No what?
No serious guys till you're 30.
I'll keep that in mind. At least. Thank you.
You got it? Okay.
And the people in the back, you can spread out a little bit, like that gentleman, spread out.
Take a hold the Bible. Hang it down.
Don't tell me what
Then next, you can stand behind just a little bit more up to the side there.
You're getting too big. Grandpa's one of the big guys.
That's nice of you to say.
No, I'm not saying. He knows I mean it.
Oh, that's...
I genuinely mean it.
You need to confess about that as well, and your behaviors behind closed doors. And stop lying. You lie about everything to get ahead. You're a racist. You're an absolute racist. You use the word nigger. You know what I'm talking about.
Your attention, the allegation that important legislators in defeating the Nunes plan in the basement said, quote, "We already have a nigger mayor and we don't need any more nigger big shots." You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking. How many times you get the call? I'd like to talk to you about your credit.
I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
They're gonna put you all back in chains.
Whoa!
Confess. Set it down. Put it away. Clean your spirit. Clean the evil that resides within you. Mr. President, confess you're a goddamn fraud, Mr. President. This has been some cat meow, baby.